UK. It's a new site that I found. So I thought I'd just show some of the guns I got. Mainly out of curiosity and also for like nostalgic reasons. As you know, like I always get BB guns for nostalgia reasons. I think I showed this one off in a few of my videos. I'm not sure if I actually did a review on it, so I'll just include this in the video. So, you know, sit back, grab a drink. I like cream soda, you probably don't like that, but there's not many people that do like cream soda, so drop a comment down below if you like cream soda. Just, you know, get some food or whatever, because I'm just going to unbox and just basic review most of the things. You can skip along if you really want to, but I know a lot of you prefer just to sit back and watch the video, so you know there's going to be no editing, no cuts, just me talking. So you know, before further ado, I'll just start doing it, I guess. So yeah, so I'll just show you the box. A lot of this is in, I think it's Korean in this one. It's Crown model. It's a Crown model gun. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think I showed this in a few of my videos. I showed one of my Crown bodyguard pistol. I had a few people message me about that, and like I'm not judging anyone, but I could see that some of you guys, you know, I'm not sure if you're subscribers or anything, but you were like fairly younger guys, you know, and you know, just your self-image, you know, I could see your self-image online, and some of you guys were like being kind of street and trying to, I don't know if you wanted to take pictures with this in your hand, but you could get in serious trouble. So you know, be careful when using airsoft guns. Don't tell people these are real when they're not, because if you live in a place where they have real guns, they could fucking kill you, man. Even if they don't, they could get something like this and kill you. This is an £80, not £80 as in money, £80 in power crossbow. That is a lot of power. You don't usually get toy ones in this power range. This is a target one. So, you know, you could hurt someone with that. So, you know, be careful with people around you. You don't know what people are like. That's just a little warning for any of you out there too. Because, yeah, a lot of you guys see things like this and ask me if I've got them for sale. I sometimes sell these things, but, you know, just be aware that, you know, your self-image is online as well. So enough of that. You know, I really do appreciate you watching, you know, like even if you are from a different background, or you are from a, you know, different country and you live your life differently to me, that's not me judging you. I worry about your guys' safety, and I don't want you guys to end up in prison for no reason. There's just no point. So but yeah, or hurt even, you know, prison or hurt, one of those. So I'll get back into this. So this is like mainly all Taiwan. I think there's pretty much no English on here. It says 30 on here. I guess that means 30 meters. There's some basic things on there. There's like it says the caliber to use, 12 gram, I think. 12 gram BBs, 0.12 gram. It says 336 grams. I think that's in weight, how heavy the gun is, and I think that's 175 mm is probably the size of the barrel. They call it the slide stop Glock because of that feature. You can actually open it up and look at it. So I'll just show you, it's got some cool things on there. It's actually got an ASGK proof mark, so it's part of the ASGK line. That's something in Taiwan, it's something to do with their sporting. But yeah, the box is really cool. I've had this for a few months and I've kept it all nice. So we've got like, I'll show you the stuff first. We have like some targets that come with it, a safety manual. Basically some of the things I highlighted as well, like don't take it around outside. Look, that's basically what I was saying. Don't point it at people thinking that you're cool and stuff, messing around, because that guy could have a gun, or his dog could attack, thinking because his owner's in danger. There you go. Don't do stupid things with it, like shoot people out when you're driving along, or just even if you're just aiming it at someone, you could end up in prison. So, you know, all those things are there. I just always like to highlight those things to my viewers. And I really like the artwork too, that's awesome, anime style. Then we've got obviously a manual on how to use it. It's got the basic safety stuff here, not to use damaged BBs. And I like that all the pictures are accurate to the gun. They're not some other gun or some other product they've got. It's actually the instructions for this. So I had BBs, I've already used them, but yeah, the gun actually sits in there quite well. You can't just pull it straight out. The front sight and the rear sight actually hook in, so you actually have to hold it like this, and obviously you don't want this cocked, so you have to kind of pull the trigger and you have to lift it out. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it locks into these top grooves. There's like one in here and one in here. The lighting's not great, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, you basically have to put it in top ways and then in, so it won't just fall out front ways like that, as you can see. So yeah, very cool sturdy box. It's really easy to just keep all your things in there like that. But yeah, just a basic overview. You can see it looks very realistic. This is all plastic, but you would think that this is metal. I painted this with a white pen. It's a 357 SIG. This is another thing. One of the reasons why I bought it is because I've never seen an Airsoft Glock modelled on a 357 SIG, because they're usually on 9mm or 45 or something like that. So the actual grip is very large. It's kind of supposed to be the Glock 26 of the 357 SIG size line, but because of the size of the ammo, the grip is a lot larger than a 9mm. Obviously, it's neck down for an airsoft mag. As you can see, it doesn't meet the same size, but the actual overall grip size is a lot larger than like a Glock 19 or a Glock 26. Yeah, I've had like quite a few airsoft guns, so I can actually feel the size difference. The slide as well is very thick. I've never seen a Glock slide this wide. That's how you know it's based on 357 SIG. The ejection port is very wide and narrow as well, kind of like how it is. I painted that white as well, just to kind of so you can see the air cylinder. I like that kind of feature. Some people wouldn't, for realism I suppose, but I like it. But yeah, you can see if it's loaded. I also painted the sights because they were just blacked out, so I just did that like a basic U and dart as best as I could. I kept painting white on the bottom of the slide, so I basically had to keep going over it with a black pen, and I kind of missed it a little bit there, but it doesn't really matter for that. It's a good representation of the U and dart in my opinion. It doesn't have the full Glock trades, as you can see. It's the old-fashioned style trades, but yeah. The grip is a very nice. I know it looks grainy, but you can see if I go a bit closer, it has a very nice grainy effect. It feels like a proper polymer grip. But yeah, very cool. Not very powerful, but yeah, very cool. Just more of a replica, and I think it's quite accurate. So it's more of like a target shooting pistol. Like if you were shooting at steel, you'd hear it tap off it probably. In like an indoor shooting range, which they do have in Taiwan. Quite a lot. So I just put this one away. That's one from a while ago. This is some of the stuff now, so we're only 7 minutes in. So the Colt Woodsman. Now I was very shocked to see this on the website, and I have never seen like a Colt Woodsman like replica before. I didn't even really know much about it, so I had to look it up. I really didn't really know what it was. So straight off the bat, I kind of thought it was a target pistol, which I guessed it was. It's made by John Moses Browning, and they basically started it on a fixed barrel, as you can kind of see. So it's based on pure accuracy and stuff like that. So they really wanted like something for the civilian market for target use. I really think the box is kind of cool. You can see like 9mm ammo. It's like RIP ammo actually. Google image. Made by Huangi, I think that is. I don't know if that's how you say it. Can't even get it on camera. No, the writing doesn't show because of the red writing. I don't think there's any. No, it's not bigger anywhere else. It's just one logo. It says our company will not be responsible for any trouble caused by misusing or remodelling of the airgun. Superpower 18. Chinese writing, I think that might be Chinese. Yeah, basic instructions. This reminds me of the old HFC packaging. So we'll open it up, have a look. Okay, so it's a plastic insert. There's no instructions behind that. And the magazine isn't in the gun. It's actually inside the packaging. So it has to be blue for our UK law. So the markings are painted on top of that. But it doesn't actually look too bad. So you can see 22 long rifle automatic Woodsman. There is no markings anywhere else that say this is a BB gun, the slide lock and safety looks like it doesn't actually work. I don't see any internal barrel. I hope there is, otherwise it won't be very accurate. I've seen a few guns work like that too, where it's just like a little seal and it fires out of the seal, so it's just like a full metal internal barrel. So yeah, this grip is based for right-handers. It's got like a shelf here for your thumb. It feels very nice for a right-handed shooter. I'm left-handed, but actually aiming this with my right hand feels quite nice. Switching over to my left hand, it still is actually quite fine. My trigger finger kind of just rests along that shelf instead. Doesn't really affect it a whole much. But obviously you can see the markings on the left side. So if you're holding it with your right hand, you can see it all better. This might be a good gun to train shooting with my right hand. The only problem is, noticing straight away, is the trigger feels very plasticky and wobbly, and that doesn't bode well with me. It doesn't feel very sturdy. So let's try cocking it. So it has been lubricated in the factory. You can see lubricant on it, and it's an open slide. It's not too hard to cock, so it might not be too bad with like damaging the trigger over time. But you can see it's a plastic barrel. That might be a plastic internal barrel, and it also uses a white air cocking system. So you should be able to see when you load a BB in there too. So that's quite cool. It comes with a small pack of BBs, and they actually look okay. Some of them are a little bit off shape, but you would actually be able to fire them okay. This is the magazine. I don't think it's accurate to the real one, and there's a metal weight in there which is loose. They didn't glue that in. That knocks a point off it straight away. I think this could have been a metal magazine quite easily. I've seen metal mags like this, and the loose weight inside, just to give it more weight, is horrible. If you drop this, it'll break, so don't drop this. Yeah, I could easily unscrew this and glue this down inside, but that knocks a point off it straight away. I don't like that. It doesn't need to rattle like that even. Doesn't even need to. So I've got some BBs down here. I'm just going to load a few and just test fire it. They won't be very loud. They'll just be a little pop noise. So I don't know how many BBs this holds. But I put 4 in. It looks like it could hold at least 10 to 15. So that locked in with like no click noise. It feels actually quite nice. It looks like they've designed the grip very nicely with the magazine. I don't know if there's a certain system they do to like make the mold fit nicely. Maybe they have like a certain mold system, but you can't, with this shelf in the way, you can't hit the magazine release very well. You have to like literally change your grip or hit it with your other hand. With being left-handed, you can always use your middle finger to hit it. That's why I actually say, if you're a left-handed shooter, don't switch the magazine release over. Like if you have a Glock, if you have a real one, keep it on the left side. If you're right-handed, I'd actually switch it over so you can use your middle finger. The reason why USPs and other guns have like a shelf release is because you can use your middle finger and keep your finger on the trigger at the same time. So if you have one in the chamber, you can then reach for another magazine and have your, say if you were like a cop saying keep your hands in the air and you've got 1 bullet left, you can go like that and keep them at bay and load that magazine while you're doing that. So yeah, that's why I always say to do that. So that isn't a problem for me, and I like the way it flies out. I think that's because of the weight in the magazine. It probably wouldn't slide out so easily. There's no friction whatsoever. It's very smooth. It's probably the smoothest magazine I've ever felt in a weird way. So cocking it back to load the BB. That loaded very nice doing it slow. As you can see, there is a spring there to pull it forward. This gun isn't very hard to disassemble. You could probably disassemble it by taking those 2 screws off. You could change whatever you wanted fairly easily. I'm going to test fire it into my jumper over there. You won't see the BB firing, but you'll get to hear it. Very accurate, and it's not very loud either. I actually really like this. I think it's a very good target pistol. The sights on this are very accurate. I think that's the last one now. and I just fired at a duster over there, and it hit exactly where I was looking with the sight. So my cat meows every time I shoot as well. But yeah, I was expecting like a heel release on something like this, but this is definitely a good replica of the Colt Woodsman, because what they were describing